You said 1 episode. You remember saying it out loud, maybe even to yourself. Just one, then I'll sleep. And then something happened. You looked up and it was 2 a.m. Your phone was dying. You had work in 5 hours, and you were pressing play on episode 7. Not because you couldn't stop, but because you didn't want to. There's a very specific thing that happens when you get into anime. It doesn't start with obsession. It starts quiet. You find a show, someone recommended it maybe, or you stumbled on a clip. You watch a few minutes. It feels a little slow, a little different. And then something shifts. A character does something, says something, and you feel it. Not just hear it, you feel it. That's when it starts. The late nights, the 5 more minutes that become 2 hours. The part where you pause an episode just to sit with what just happened. You're not being irresponsible. You're not addicted. Your brain is just doing exactly what it was built to do. And this is how that works. Your brain has a reward system. When something good happens, it releases a little burst of a chemical called dopamine. It's the same feeling as finishing a task or getting a message from someone you like. A small hit of good. And here's the thing about anime. It's very good at triggering that system. Think about the end of an episode. The music picks up. Something huge just happened. A reveal, a fight, a confession, and then it cuts. Next episode, in 3 seconds. Your brain doesn't feel satisfied. It feels unfinished. And an unfinished brain wants to keep going. That's the cliffhanger. That's the one more episode.
It's not weakness. It's just how your brain chases the end of a loop it started. The show isn't tricking you. It's just speaking a language your brain already understands. Picture this, 20 episodes in. There's a character you've been watching grow. You've seen them fail. You've seen them almost give up. You've watched them become something, and then something happens to them. Something bad or something beautiful. And you feel it. In your chest. You might even cry, and then feel strange about crying over someone who isn't real.
But here's the thing. Your brain doesn't fully know the difference between a real relationship and a deeply familiar one. When you spend hours with a character, hearing their voice, seeing their fears, rooting for their choices, your brain starts to treat them like someone it knows. The grief you feel when they suffer is real grief. The warmth you feel when they win is real warmth. It doesn't matter that they're animated. Your emotions didn't get the memo. There's another reason anime pulls people in that no one really talks about. It's not just the stories. It's the worlds. Somewhere with different rules, different possibilities, different versions of what life could feel like. And your brain, especially when real life feels heavy or small or just the same every day, your brain needs that. Escapism gets talked about like it's a problem, like it means you're avoiding something. Sometimes that's true, but most of the time, it just means you needed rest, a mental rest, a place to put your thoughts down for a while and just exist somewhere else. That's not avoidance. That's recovery. You know that feeling when a show ends? Not a cliffhanger, the actual end. And you just sit there for a few seconds, not ready to close the tab, not ready to go back to your room being just a room again? Some people call that sadness. Some people call it missing something that was never yours. It even has a name, post-series depression. But here's what it really is. It's your brain recognizing that something it cared about is gone now, and it doesn't know where to put that feeling. That emptiness, that's actually how you know it mattered. None of this is about anime being good or bad. It's about understanding why it feels the way it feels. The lost hours, the attachment to people who don't exist, the worlds you go to when this one gets loud, the emptiness when it's over. All of that is your brain working, looking for connection, for reward, for rest, for something to care about. You're not escaping your life. You're being human. And honestly, that makes a lot of sense. What's a show that kept you up all night? Drop it in the comments. I'm genuinely curious. And if this felt like something you've always felt but never really understood, that's kind of the whole point of this channel. We all think that. See you in the next one.